Israel says Iran-backed Houthi rebels may have launched a new missile attack into Yemeni territory in the last few hours. It comes as Israel is accused of launching a drone strike on a ship carrying humanitarian aid. BBC News correspondent Sebastian Usher joins us live from Jerusalem this morning to talk more about this. Sebastian, thanks so much for being with us. What can you tell us about these morning's airstrikes?
Well, these are two Houthi missiles that were directed, as has been the case many times in the past few months since essentially the war in Gaza erupted after October the 7th, 2023. Two missiles. The Israeli military says that it intercepted one and that is investigating what's happened to the other. There's no reports of casualties or damage. So this is kind of the way things normally happen. The Houthis fire the missiles. Some of them do get this far, but it is vanishingly rare for them to get through the IDF's defense system, its air defense system. That doesn't mean that Israel doesn't take very seriously these attempted strikes. There are sirens which go off through all the areas that might be affected. People take shelter briefly when it happens. We've had this happen here a few times. And as you know, of course, the US under President Trump has re-intensified its attacks on Houthi targets in Yemen since he's come into office. The Biden administration was already doing it, but President Trump is doing it even harder. And we've had some of the biggest numbers of casualties in those attacks that we've seen during the whole of this period. So that confrontation, not just between Israel and the Houthis, but also involving the US, that is building. It's certainly not going away.
So what else have you heard, Sebastian, about the suspected Israeli drone attack on a ship transporting humanitarian aid?
Well, essentially, this is a group, the Freedom Flotilla Coalition, which had a ship off the coast of Malta, international waters off the coast of Malta, and they sent us, actually, the BBC, a distress signal late on Thursday night saying that they'd come under attack. And there is video of two members of that group in the cabin. As there's smoke around them, they're coughing. They say that a fire broke out, that there was damage to the hull. The Maltese say that they were able to put out the fire, that everyone is safe on board. But the activists say they can't be 100% sure, but they very strongly suspect that Israel is behind this. We've heard nothing from Israel. We have contacted Israeli officials for comment. There's been no comment so far, but that's to be expected. So, as I say, the activists believe that Israel has done this in order to prevent any aid being brought to Gaza. The naval blockade has been on Gaza for a very long time. And of course, the situation for people in Gaza has become even more urgent with the blockade that Israel's imposed for the past 2 months now of any aid coming in from any source, land, sea or air.
Fascinating. BBC News correspondent Sebastian Usher, thank you very much. Appreciate it.